that is a favorable trade there as well. TaeJa just doesn't really make mistakes. The closest he came to it is, as Kevin pointed out, when the CC came in within 50 health of dying. And I'll tell you, if HyuN would have keyed in on that, that could have changed the pace just off that one mistake. But other than that, TaeJa was playing flawless.
Game number 2 is live on Eklund Waste, as we all can see in the top left position of the map. Of course, we got a red Zerg Quantic HyuN. Came all the way from Korea. And in the right bottom side of the map, we got our reigning HomeStory Cup champion. Back then, he was able to defeat his teammate Snoot in the final. I don't remember the map score, but I think it was 4-2. Either way, he is, of course, Liquid's TaeJa.
Yep. This is a tough map to have. I mean, after a dominant game number 1 where HyuN went down pretty hard, TaeJa looked unstoppable, to then go to Aklon Waste, yikes. I mean, Zergs have that option that we talked about in that, I guess it would be semifinal match, where Jiaxi was overcome by HyuN's Roach Baneley attack, but I feel like that's so predictable. And as Daishi said, TaeJa played a super safe game number 1. If he flips back into, like, as Kevin said, near suicidal 3cc double engineering bay in game number 2 on Aklon Waste, I'm going to call conspiracy. I'm going to get the government involved, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. But other than that, I think TaeJa should play it safe, and this map is so favorable TVZ.
But trust me, I've played HyuN a lot on this map, and even though you know it's coming, he's coming and he's killing you. He has like a swarm of units that just kills you. It's really crazy. And I think he's gonna do it on this map. Roach Hydra, Roach Benling all in.
Always a possibility. TaeJa dropped the command center on the high ground, so far he is opening safe, but obviously there's not a big difference between building it on the high ground and building it on the low ground.
That is interesting because he went Reaper on Frost and CC first on Akilon, which is normally the other way around. You would rather go for Reaper in a 2-player map, which is kind of short, than on Frost, which is really big.
He's most likely just going for a completely different opening as well. Game number 1 looked a lot like Polt's build. It was a little different as Polt gets the second Reaper often of that reactor, but other than that, it was a mirror image with those with the first Viking, with the Marauders, the 4 Hellions and the 2 Reapers. I don't think he got all that much done with that first hit squad either. Yes, he killed drones. Yes, there was some lost mining time. But at the end of the day, I'm not sure if that's the way you normally want to do it, because those Hellions and those Reapers, they represent so much map control normally that I can understand that HyuN felt like, hey, maybe with a bunch of Links and Banes I can do some serious damage. But
hey, Kevin, Mr. Bitter, real quick, and I disagree with you. I think the map control they get after speed is upgraded. It is very minimal. Killing 8 drones is not only a direct trade in terms of value for 4 Hellions, but also, considering the value of drones and larva use, you get actually more for your money. And then you factor in the 2 Reapers. Mr. Bitter says, Mama gonna knock you out.
I've never heard Mr. Bitter say that.
I know, he's not that smart. Gas is opening from Quantic HyuN here. I'm guessing 4 Queens. This seems to be kind of his response to TaeJa's semi-predictable early opening, which is usually 4 to 6 Hellions, 2 Reapers, and then he sometimes follows up with a I almost said Quantic Banshee, which makes no sense at all. What I meant to say is just a Banshee, and you're going to need those Queens to connect to your third, because you're certainly not going through the rocks. You're going to go down, and there's a lot of space around that bend.
I would definitely like my customized Quantic Banshee.
That'd be sick.
Just like a red Banshee.
Blizzard, please. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, you can have an EG Phoenix.
What would we have? We'd have, I don't know. What unit would we be famous for? Jadon?
Blue Mutalisk for Jadon.
Yeah, okay, Mutalisk. I could see that.
Sipping on Monster. Having like a Monster bottle like at the top of their tail, you know, where they have like the little spike. That would be great advertising.
Perhaps like when Greg was on the team, when he would leave, you know how it comes up and says like GG, it would just be like EG instead or something like that.
Starport about to finish up. First Reapers are on the way for TaeJa. Daishi already said, even when you know certain builds are coming, it's still very tough to defend on this map. But if you survive that phase of the game, what are you normally looking for as Terran player?
Just a normal kind of play. I mean, this map is good for the Terran, I think, because you can take a third base really easily and a fourth base.
Okay, here it is.
As well.
I got a sick read for you guys. No, seriously, listen. It is Roach Baneling.
Yeah.
But in the game previous, in the series previous against Jiaxi, he put his second gas to the natural. I want to say, no, never mind. Okay, here's what I was going to say. I was going to say he's hiding the gases because it's a mind game. Game number 1, he opened up 4 Queens. Maybe this time he's saying, hey, look, I'm 4 Queens again, but there's double gas behind it. And then Roach Baneling shows up. But now he's broadcasting it with the double Evo and the Roach Horn at the ramp. So I think he's just playing straight macro from here, actually. It's not even a Roach Baneling bust.
He's researching Burrow very early on as well. We saw a lot of awesome Burrow Baneling play throughout the entire tournament. So always fun to see that. Exciting.
Cloak from TaeJa.
It's the Banshee.
Yep.
He likes this. He likes this a lot.
He still cancels it every now and then if he gets scouted early on, but I think this time he might actually just go with it.
And there is that third CC. TaeJa's just rolling a sick dice. Like this is not super greedy. Of course, a lot of people would say, actually, I like the Banshee against this.
I think it might be a 1-1 roach timing, no? That's actually.
Oh yeah, just the mass roach thing. Yeah, it could be that for sure.
Ah, double Evo, but no.
Roach speed super fast. No armor yet, but he'll get it in a second. Hold your horses, Daishi.
It's a pretty cool build. Soka did it multiple times as well.
It can be mine.
Oh, second roach one on the way, by the way, for HyuN.
These queens got to be careful. There's a Banshee coming up behind that, and 6 Hellions and a Banshee can more than easily. Well, never mind. Banshee's going to the main.
He's researching both roach upgrades at the same time. So the double roach one was not a mistake. Now he's researching tunneling claws and roach speed at the same time.
Ooh, it's the new roaches.
This is pretty sick.
Oh, it's the new roaches.
This is really cool. I can't wait to see
kill that which is under the ground. TaeJa.
TaeJa is like, wow. Invisible drone.
But this Banshee is already so cost effective.
A lot of mining time being lost over here, and for the strat that HyuN is going for, he definitely needs all the mining he possibly
Yeah,
gets.
absolutely. I'm really excited about this. We've all seen the mass roach, kind of almost the Stefano-esque timing attack against Terran. I gotta say though, this is a weird map to do it on. Like you'll have to go up that ramp, and TaeJa can take the third behind the rocks, which again is a narrowed space. So if TaeJa buttons up, it's gonna be hard to crack that nut, man. I don't know if he can.
Yeah, first tank is in production as well. Already 2 additional bunkers going down, but
Missile turret.
HyuN also went
Look
back
at
to
that.
droning. This is a sick read. But I mean, he was able to see both roach
No,
ones.
it was not.
He did not.
Kevin,
what a game
don't
sense.
lie to the people. All right.
Damn it.
Hey, but also no carapace upgrade. So Daishi's OCD did pick up on that real quick, and I don't know if it's a mistake or he forgot it or what. But that missile turret, by the way, was so sick. TaeJa, you're so good.
Three bankers and siege tank. It's like he's reading.
He super knows.
Yeah.
Well, now he knows. These guys got mohawks, but man, he knew about it beforehand. So good.
HyuN did squeeze out a lot of additional drones already, though. So this is like, he's not super committed to this yet, but there is going to be this phase in the game where TaeJa's economy is just going to explode. There will be a lot of Marines and Marauders. HyuN is hating life right now as he's like, come on.
On ladder, he's saying you're a hacker right now. Stupid barcode. Yeah. Quit watching my stream, you idiot.
Why do we TaeJa?
No, it's just TaeJa. Chuck TaeJa.
15 Banshees still alive. I'm gonna come to defend the second base.
Baneley Nest goes up behind us, so it is going to be Roach Baneley composition, and there is that carapace upgrade in the evolution chamber, so he's realizing his mistake, which is nice because some people, you know, it just kind of goes on forever. But is it going to be a Hydralis cat or den, excuse me, to follow this up, or does he go Mutilus? I know that that's part of the metagame right now as well in ZVT, is people just follow it up with Mutus.
Benningness. Interesting.
I already said that, Dave. Just joshing
a lot of active tumors, so if TaeJa doesn't move out soon, Creep might actually spiral out of control as well. He does have these Banshees to slow it down a little bit if he wants to.
I'm really liking the Creep spread in the first 2 games. I mean, that's the mark of a superb Zerg, and we're seeing it here. Banshee's going to march right up the middle of the field. There's no queens moving in to intercept directly.
Man, look, HyuN is like, all right, I'm so sick of being supply blocked, because he was supply blocked already again before. Then he made 4 overlords at once, now he just made 7, so he should be good for the rest of the game.
And this drop in the third base is gonna do maybe a lot of damage. 1 drone, 2 drones, 3 drones.
Scares me. Yeah, I mean, this drop's doing great, but there's no 4th base attempt, guys. I don't know why he does this. It really weirds me out. Like, if anything, Zergs will overexpand, but right now HyuN's just disinterested with that. He's like, well...
Spire is going down as well. He does have a couple of burrowed roaches in the third base of TaeJa. He might be able to pick up a few SCVs in the moment TaeJa decides to move out, because he knows that there will probably be a phase in the game where he's going to have to buy time.
How smart TaeJa is. He just killed the Spore on the third base, so I think he's going to go with his 2 bench. Oh, never mind.
It would have been a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It would have been sick.
Because he focus fired the Spore, actually. So...
He needs to He needs to reboot his PC.
TaeJa worried about the creep doings as well, decides to throw down a scan and pick off the majority of them, but there will be a couple of queens to save the day. 2 hatcheries at once going up right now for HyuN as the macro hatch went down in the main. I like that he just keeps these roaches there for a little while.
He's waiting for chaos. He's waiting for a big engagement. Just pick up those 5. TaeJa doesn't notice.
Look at the supply though. TaeJa's army is going to be so sick when he moves out. +2 upgrades are more than halfway done. So I think it's between now and 15 seconds that TaeJa decides to hashtag roll out.
I'm going to give you... So there's 14 Zerglings coming out. There is Baneling speed that will be completed. That army that TaeJa has is actually going to max out in about 10 seconds. And it is with tanks. It's ridiculously powerful.
Yeah.
This is something we don't see nearly as much. It's usually Widow Mines and Marine, but these tanks against Roach, and the Banelings, let's not forget either, are going to be... They're going to have a tough time with this army. In a big way.
This Roach is sweating it right now. He's like...
He opened Banshee and then maxed at 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Good God.
His macro is really insane.
Can't clap for shit, but this guy can play StarCraft 2. There is no tomorrow.
Roach is on barrels right now. The third base is going to be able to pick off a few SCVs. That was well done, you.
Thank you.
And I saw his max, but as you said, his composition is perfect against HyuN's.
Yeah.
There is no mutation.
And he's buying time. 31 Banelings are going to be finished. 20 more Zerglings coming out. Those 2 will be Banelings. HyuN might just say to himself, if I can make a Baneling for every one of the things that you have, maybe then.
Big drop over here on the north side of the map, and this hatch is completely exposed. A couple of Lings and Banes are actually making their way in, but TaeJa's going to drop in the main base as well, and this is very tough to defend. But so far, HyuN is all
Marine
over
got
it.
left behind. They all got picked up except for 1 Marine. No.
HyuN's probably going to borrow the 2 additional roaches now as well in the original third base, so he can start harassing with it again.
With no mutas to knock those medevacs out of the air, he has to respect them, so he's got a lot of his army back here. Because that's a triple drop, it's a big chunk of army. And TaeJa's winning position now. He's killing creep in the middle of the map. He's going to siege his tanks comfortably. This is so well played by TaeJa.
Link speed is not ready yet either, so reinforcing is going to be pretty tough for HyuN. He's basically forced to reinforce on roaches now.
Yeah.
He does have Bane.
Speaking of, Roach is dying over in front of the natural. Metalists have come out, but they're not bothering the medevacs just yet. And even if they did, they have boosters. So they should be able to, well, not get away, I guess, but win a lot of space. Maybe just drop in the main. Yeah,
TaeJa's going to reveal it right now. This is actually sort of good news for HyuN, because now he can still send enough units to it. But he's also worried, of course, about this army that's about to enter creep in the middle of the map.
I think this is terrible news.
Yeah, with this drop, he can position himself.
Look at this positioning. He's going to
way.
siege outside the 4th. Like, this is a dead 4th. This is amazing positioning.
Yeah,
HyuN could easily leave right now. And I know that sounds terrible and super fatalistic, but what does he do to dislodge that line of units?
Link speed will be ready in 10 seconds. He's still fighting with slow
Link
links.
speed will be ready in 10 seconds.
Yeah, what?
Well, it sounds funny. We're at minute 18.
Yeah, but like, I know, but he's going to have like 100 links, so you probably do want to have link speed.
You do want link speed, Kevin. I can confirm.
Hey, it's Roddy over here. I think link speed.
Hey guys, Nick TaeJa from Go TV can confirm link speed's a good one. Back over to Router. Okay. He's going to run past. No, he's not.
Oh, this is.
I think he's going to clean it.
But yeah.
TaeJa with a slightly late reaction.
Even
if by clean it you mean like vomit on the floor, then slip on it, then yes. HyuN's going to tap out in a moment. There's a scan to make sure those Milos don't burrow. And
TaeJa looks absolutely fantastic so far in this series. I mean, HyuN had a plan, it just didn't really work out for him. The benches completely threw him off. GG is called.